What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cloudy, and I'm back with another video like I said I would be. So, start off. I made a little time lapse while I was at work. I was sleeping. I decided, you know what? Last time I left the game on, half my base got destroyed. I don't know how. I kind of want to see what my pals do when they are a little bit unsupervised. So, here it is, a little bit of time lapse for you. Not too long, but it did give me some insight what happens, and it's pretty chill. There's a couple raids. I'm only level 31. I know people be talking like raids get crazy after level 30. Nah, my pals got it. But other than that, they just go hungry, they get injured, they kind of take care of themselves. Cool, we're good to go on that end. Now, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on with Palworld right now. What's the community saying, right? I was perusing Reddit all day today and just kind of going through it, see what people have been building, see what people have been talking about. And y'all, the Reddit is wild. I don't really go on Reddit too often, but the Reddit be popping off for Palworld, to say the least. All right, so let's get into it with the first thing coming up. I want to be one of the first ones here, without getting into the Palworld drama and the YouTube drama. That's all fun and whatever, man. YouTube is YouTube. But let's get into what's going on with Palworld, because there's a lot of controversy right now. So if we take a look here, we actually do have a roadmap for Palworld. Now, this is crazy because the game's still early access, and I'm sure the devs didn't really plan on this game popping off. But hey, we got a roadmap, right? So the first things first, addressing critical issues. All right, let's read this together because I think we all need to understand and kind of have something to look forward to now that the game's been out for about a week. What's next? How are they going to improve it? Are they just going to get the bag and dip, or are they, what's going on? But I think from this roadmap, they actually got it figured out a little bit. I'm going to lower my mic a little bit, popping. Cool. I think we're good to go. So the first thing, addressing critical issues, right up at the top. Currently, numerous bugs have been identified. Golly, we got a lot to talk about today with that. And we are prioritizing fixing those. Sometimes the world date may experience rollbacks. The loading screen may persist when trying to load into worlds, and so on. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, the game's buggy as hell. We got it, right? What's this next box right here? Improvements to implement ASAP. Key configuration improvements, improvements to base, PAL, AI, and pathing. Now, I think that's the most important one right now. We can all agree on. There's two of them, right? It's performance, gameplay performance, namely with DLSS. It's just not working. Like, I turned DLSS off, and my game becomes worse. I put on the balance mode, it becomes worse. Performance, it's like garbage. I changed the settings, garbage, right? So graphics and basic gameplay optimization is definitely going to be needed. I'm running this game on a 2060 on a laptop of all things. I get pretty decent frames, but yeah, I get some lag, some jumps, some glitches here and there. So gameplay-wise, performance-wise, it does need some help. Now, into the gameplay, golly, God bless these freaking pals, man. They be like the flying pals, I don't know. They need to like redo it, or like take a hard look at what's going on with the flying pals, because I'll build up two walls high and these dudes are like still getting stuck in the walls. Like, I don't understand. I have open ceilings, open roofs. Like both of my bases don't even have like a roof over the entire thing even. So it's all open for the most part, and they still get stuck. They get stuck in my house, in my little sleeping quarters. They get stuck in my little workshop area. Very, very annoying. And it's a major hassle to deal with. Now, I built my base on a mountain, on a hilltop, where these iron ore deposits are. So I kind of did it to myself, but at the same time, come on, man, we need to fix this AI stat. I think that should be like one of the first things they're looking at, and it looks like they are. So props to them, kudos that they identified a problem and they're looking like they're gonna fix it, right? I know some people have been talking about pals falling off cliffs, getting stuck under, like different rocks and stuff. So yeah, hopefully they fix it. I'm pretty sure they're going to fix it and take care of it. So no issues there. It's just kind of something we're all dealing with right now. No big deal, right? Just get it fixed. Let's see. Planned future updates. PvP, raid bosses, Pal Arena, Steam Xbox crossplay. Now that's wild. Various Xbox feature improvements, server transfers and migrations, improvements to the building system, new islands, pals, bosses, and technologies. This last one, new islands, pals, bosses, and technologies. We're going to talk about a little bit of speculation about what's going on in the community. Now, I don't want to get flagged for anything, but at the same time, we got to talk about it because people be wilding on Reddit. They going crazy on Reddit. But we'll save that for a minute, right? So let's look at this. If they're talking about content updates and we look at Reddit, this one right here, we should be able to make more than 3 bases. Absolutely, we should. Now, I want to get into a little bit about how they could possibly implement this because I think people have like different ideas of how it should be implemented. Now, here's my take. If we're going to be able to make more than 1 base, we should not have a proximity limit when it comes to the bases. I don't think so. I don't really play online. I've never played Lost Ark. I played a little bit of Rust, maybe like 100 hours in Rust or whatever. But, I mean, come on. Why is there a proximity limit, especially in single player, with the bases, with the PAL boxes? This shouldn't be a thing. I don't think so. If you guys disagree or if you guys agree with me, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think when it comes to that. But I don't think there should be. I think it should be you drop a PAL box wherever you want and it just kind of conjoins. If you're within a certain limit, it kind of conjoins with your other PAL box zone and that should be that. It literally should not be a thing where you have to be like a few meters apart. Because I have 2 PAL boxes right at the limit and it's still like a good 10, 20 meters away from each zone. So I agree with this. We should be able to make more than 3 bases, absolutely, and make them conjoined. Now, talking about improvements, you got people doing this, right? Build your stone pits elevated like this, then just delete the stairs when you don't want stone being mined. This is another thing that I think they should implement. I think they're taking a look at. Maybe not as hard, but I think it should be a priority as well. We'll jump over to this one real quick. Grapple Storage solution. Someone put that they have 2 roofs with 2 walls in this T-type structure, and when they become encumbered, they just use the grapple hook to go from one storage locker to the other. Now, the reason why I think both these things kind of coincide with each other is it comes down to the pals again, and this is why I say the number 1 priority is going to be the pathing for the pals. On top of the pathing, I think there should be a priority system. So we already have the command center or whatever it's called, the command console. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically this little staircase and like a crow's nest on a pirate ship. You get in it and you can kind of dictate how hard your pals are working. Now that's cool, but I think it could be fleshed out. I think it needs to be fleshed out and optimized more in a system where you get to decide exactly what pals are doing what to facilitate their certain traits. So if I have a pal or like 5 pals that are really good at transporting materials, but now they're mining stone, I don't think that's the best use of that pal. I think it should be that you're going to have one like system where you're going to say, hey, this pal is going to do this and they're going to do this only. You put a priority rating on that task. I think that's how it should be. It should not just be, oh, work harder, because one, that's going to decrease their efficiency, and two, it's just not a good optimization and flow for your base. So there needs to be some rework when it comes to the command console, command station, and how to dictate what pals are doing. And second thing, right? We don't want to. Why do more work when you can have it just flow nicely? I don't want to keep adding and deleting stairs when I don't have to, right? I'm not doing this. I know that there's a bug right now. I get it. A lot of people get it where these the logging pits and the stone mining pits, they get like the pals get stuck up on the tree, or they get stuck up like on the rocks or whatever of the certain what's it called? The certain structure. But yeah, I think it should just be optimized. I think the pals are like the number one priority because of that. And then going back to the grapple box, if we had a good priority system with the pals, where if we had different pals with different traits, all focused on one thing, then this transport problem won't even be a thing, right? Let me zoom up for you guys, and yeah, this problem, it won't even be a problem if we could just task certain pals to do certain things and prioritize certain things. So yeah, I think pals, definitely, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it till they fix it. I'm pretty sure, just based on what they say, they're looking at it, so hopefully they do get her done with the AI pathing, and hopefully there's a task manager that's more efficient for us in the future. But moving on, PAL design. Now, I don't want to get into the drama of Palworld. There's a lot of people already making all these videos. You know, whatever with Pokemon. All right, cool. They're doing whatever with Pokemon. That's okay. Like Nintendo gonna do whatever they're gonna do, right? But like the PAL designs to me is amazing. I think they are very reminiscent of Pokemon. I actually call them Pokemon here and there when talking about it with people, just because they do look like Pokemon. So I mean, it is what it is until we get any actual cease and desist or whatever. Like if we're gonna do any of that, Nintendo would have already done it, unless they find something and getting mined up. There are a couple data mine, I almost call them Pokemon, data mine pals that are coming out. I'm not gonna show that. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys on this channel. That's not what I want to do here. I am trying to my best to not watch any videos when it comes to like news and like new new pals, and all that stuff. Like anything that gets data mined, I'm not trying to look at it. I want to experience it all at the same time with you guys. So yeah, but this guy puts, what's your favorite pal design? His is Univolt. Drop a comment in the comments. What's your favorite pal design? Mine would have to be probably Lunaris. Lunaris is pretty sick. Yeah, I think Lunaris looks the coolest, and probably if I was rating the cutest one, it'd probably be the Lambo or Lamba. Yeah, I think those two are my favorites so far. So moving on to some speculations. Now, what if I told you guys that Palworld might be doing some things here in the near future, like breeding humans with pals? Very interesting take here. I have this user's post up here. He says, Loot Moon puts his massive paws on your head as you pet and rub his midriff. Imagine how well those powerful hands can hold on to you as he raw dogs you from behind. Man, I can't be saying this stuff. If only Palworld would add in pal human mating mechanic to Palworld. Now, this is wild. This is absolutely, like, taking a first glance at this, you're going to be like, what the hell? This is foul as hell, right? This is awful. Bestiality and power, that's crazy. But then you kind of start to, like, dive into this weird realm of, like, well, they already allow us to enslave animals. We butcher them because we need to eat them. We already breed them. So what's to say that this is wrong? What's to say that this is out of the question? And that's where I think we should get into a little bit of speculation. I actually saved it on one of my phones. Another user on Reddit, he posted something about if you had a human mate with a PAL, and apparently everyone's saying that you're going to be able to do this. If it was a thing, you would be able to do this with the Lovander and a human. Basically, that Lovander will give that human their abilities. Because right now, humans in the game only have punch, and they suck. You don't use humans for anything other than if they're a merchant or a trader. At least so far in my experience, you don't really use humans for much, right? Even their traits suck. Massive fucking balls, okay? Like, they have 1 on handiwork, and that's it. I don't even think they can transport anything. So it would be very interesting from a, like a very far off perspective, just as a pure performance, it may be lore-centric perspective, that humans and PALs would be able to mate in the future. Maybe that's a mechanic they're thinking about implementing. Right now, it's all speculation. Of course, I don't think the developers would want something like this coming out just yet. Someone did say maybe they would give it some time because, they just released this game and everyone's like, oh my god, they're stealing Pokemon. PETA made a statement about animal abuse. There's a lot of controversy going around this game right now, and the last thing they need is motherfucking bestiality. I don't think that'll help their case by any means. Not that I think that the game will get taken down, but, a lot of people will just be bitching the bitch. So maybe in the future we'll get something like that. I still want to go and dive into my own index that I have for all the PAL. I forgot what they're called, like the lore pages, the PAL pages or whatever it's called, because I'm sure there's something in there. I've read a couple things about different things about the Lovander having like prey and multiple mates and whatever. Very interesting stuff. I haven't really seen anything other than the Lovander is number 69 on the PAL index. It's as far as research as I've come across. So we'll see later on in the future. But definitely drop a comment and let me know, what do you guys think about people getting wild on Reddit about this, PAL human breeding mechanic possibly added into the game. I personally can see it happening. Just because it might work. Like, just think if you have a human and a PAL that has like fireballs or something, you put them together, you make them, and now that human is like a mage type that can like cast fireballs and shit. That would be pretty sick in my opinion. Going back to the roadmap, this is what I think how to actually get implemented. So I don't necessarily think that they're going to have like a breeding mechanic between PALs and humans, but this little excerpt right here, new islands, PALs, bosses, and technologies. I think with new technologies coming down later on, I think it could be implemented with PALs giving humans abilities, some sort of mechanic with a stone, or a new technology that you unlock that allows PALs to basically, get passed down abilities to humans. I could totally see something like that happening in the future. So it'll be very interesting to see what they come up with. Now, for PvP, raid bosses, PAL arenas, PvP for PALs, endgame content, I think this is one of the greatest moves they could have done. Focus on the end game. People are going to be rushing to the end game, right? Like, I'm still level 31. I've been focused on trying to get these videos out for y'all, record it, and go to work and all this stuff. So I haven't had too much time. But I know for a fact end game is where I want to be right now, because end game is where all the magic is happening. People are making crazy stuff. So for them to implement raid bosses, great. PAL arena, awesome. Like, that's a given, right? We need PAL arenas. We need them because right now there's we just tossing our partners, our PAL partners, and just go fight, and that's it. I would love to see some sort of combat, like tournament style system within Palworld. I think that would be legit as hell. Now, one thing I do want to add on top of the roadmap is, like, some people were talking about, I don't know what they called it, but I remember what I thought of when I was reading it. It's the garrison system from World of Warcraft. People were saying send these pals out on quests. Oh, that's what it was. It was questing. We should have quests in the game, not so much stuff that alters the main lore, or like alters the world in a crazy way, but something that's like, a fetch quest or an escort quest or something like that. In a game like this, an escort quest actually works, and I'm totally against escort quests in most games, but I think in this one it'll actually work for Palworld. Just stuff that's simple and that you get items in return. So like, you get some gold, or you get a couple balls, some PAL spheres. You get medical supplies, because you're going to need that, and it's kind of hard to do that in lower levels, so you get stuff that's going to help you, on top of other items that they could add, like more weapons or more ammo, or whatever. I totally think they should add something like that. It would basically flesh out the world and make it feel more populated, as it feels pretty barren at the current moment. So yeah, fetch quest, sort of like a garrison system from World of Warcraft, Warlords of Draenor, where you can kind of, again, assign specific groups or specific pals to go and do specific things. And if one of those is like an expedition or their own quest, I think that'll be pretty awesome and much appreciated in a game like this, especially for single player players like me. So with all that said, I am loving Palworld, and I think this game has so much potential. It's amazing in every aspect, and I'm just really excited for what the next update is going to bring. More pals, more bosses, new islands, crazy. I love it. I hope you guys are too, man. I hope you guys are liking the videos. More videos will be coming on the way. Just let me know what you guys want to see. I'm going to be sticking to the subreddit for a minute and just seeing what gets uploaded, because there's some interesting stuff on there. A lot of stuff is going to get thrown away, and a lot of people are going to be like, that's not going to work. But honestly, there are some cool bases getting made, and also some cool bases getting destroyed by fire mechanics. There's a lot of cool ideas, a lot of weird workarounds that people are finding. So that's definitely the place to be if you want anything Palworld. Also, this channel right here, because we drop in a lot of Palworld content. So that way I could not only feed the algorithm, but I could get my feet wet and give you guys the best info, whether that's speculative or that's hard fact. I want to be there for y'all, because I love this game, man, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. So without anything else, I think we covered everything I wanted to cover today. Very weird and wild day in terms of Palworld. I'm trying to, not focus on the drama too much, but if drama does pop up, I might talk about it. But other than that, we're just going to stay focused on playing the game, see what we can do, see what we can improve on. Hopefully this gets out to the devs. And yeah, man, if it does, thank y'all for making a great game. So that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure you go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. And more than anything, just comment, bro. Comment what you guys want to see. Comment what you guys are doing in the game. Send me some stuff at cloudymerrill777@gmail.com. Or, you can link me up at on Reddit at cloudymerrill. And that's it, man. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be happening tomorrow. So, yeah, man. You guys take it easy. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Peace.